Hi, Achim Stoffel, InnerSpace Explorers. Today we have the third part of the ratio deco, and today I would just like to give you a quick trick how to make that even more convenient on your way up from your dive. And what you see here is what I have in the last page of my wet notes done with permanent marker, and I'll just show you how I normally do that. So let's say I come up from a dive and I know I have a total of, let's say, 60 minutes of decompression. Nice hour, additional hour in the water, 60 minutes. And let's also say that I spread this 60 minutes in a way that I have 30 minutes here on my shallow portion. I have 15 minutes on my intermediate portion, and I have 15 minutes on that third portion of the third segment of the dive. For those of you who are trained on that, who've seen that before, don't wonder about these numbers. I just do random stuff because I want to introduce the concept and not give a decompression plan for obvious reasons. So if I have these stops given here, the nice thing is that I can now put down linear numbers. That's always the very, very easy thing, because what we're aiming for is now curving these. And curving these, just hanging in the water and just having these numbers is sometimes a bit of a pain, and that's why I recommend doing the linear numbers first. So linear numbers in that case are easier. Just switch over here again, which is easier for me to write. So I have 30 minutes, I have 2 stops, so that is 15 and 15. Most probably in that kind of dive I would not have the 3 meter stop, so it would be 30 at 6. Doesn't matter now, as I said, we talk about the concept. So we have 15 minutes on these 5 stops, so linear numbers would be 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stops here. Or actually, let's make it even easier for you, because let's just stick to the 5 stops here. As I said, it's just a concept. Let's again do 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3. So if you now want to build a curve, now it's way easier, because you broke down the total number of 60 minutes into 3 numbers for 3 different decompression sections, and now you also came up with the linear numbers from these segments, and that already gives you an idea of your ascent. And now building the curve from the linear numbers will be way easier. So you come down and you say, for example, you want to do 3 minutes here because you do a gas switch. Boom. So that's easy. Then you say the next one, you do a short one because you want to increase your ascent speeds, you want to take advantage from the gradient, and that means that 2 minutes are missing, right? 3 minutes is your linear number, 1 minute is what you actually want to do. So these 2 minutes you just push up in your segment, so you just add them here. So 3 plus 2 is 5. So that way you know that the 2 minutes you have here are not lost. You already put them in place, so that leaves you with just 2 more numbers, and you just have to figure out how to get them in the curve. So let's say you do 2 here, which again leaves you with 1 minute, which you bring up here, so you have 4. So 3, 4, 6, 10, 15. I again have my 15 minutes, but I curved it, and I did not have to bring it up from the 15, because the 15 is a 3, 1, and you always have to recalculate in the back of your head. So now you have it written down, and it's a very, very simple concept. Same thing goes now here. Now let's say you want to come up with 6 minutes here. You're missing 3. So now let's have a look at the second segment, where you could basically do exactly the same thing, right? I mean, depending on how you continue, it was probably a bit of a bad example now, but as I said, I don't want to give a decompression workshop here with an actual decompression profile. But you see the concept going up, and I mean the same thing here. I mean 15-15. I mean, if that would be a dive where you would do a 3 meter stop, then you could do 1/3 here, 1/3 here. So you do 10 here and 20 here. If it's a dive where you use pure oxygen, you have 30 minutes at 6 meters, then you could still do here 12 on, 6 off, 12 on, 6 off, and so on, and figure out how much does it take you to reach the 30. So you have 24 here, you can use the remaining 6 minutes to start your ascent, whatever. But as you broke it down into these segments, it is very, very, very easy and very simple, also while hanging somewhere in the water on your wet notes, to work with this. So if you do that with a pencil and the schedule is written down in with a permanent marker, you can reuse that every single time. Just get the pencil back out, and that is a great tool to work with ratio Deco, especially in the beginning when you're not really familiar with it, when you still have to think a little bit about it, because you don't have to memorize all these numbers. Alright, I hope that helped. If you have questions, comments, please use the comment section. If you like it, give us a thumbs up. If you want to discuss things in detail, please check out the Patreon site. Otherwise, safe diving. See you next time. Thanks for watching.